Cardio kills gains. Well, actually it's quite the opposite. Let me explain. If I do 10 to 15 reps of squats, I'm out of breath. But if you let a marathon runner do 10 to 15 squats, he can do it with a smile on his face. What I'm trying to tell you is, if you have good endurance, this will also translate to your weightlifting sessions. And on top of that, it's just an easy way to cut excess body fat without having to eat like a rabbit. So I would actually recommend doing some cardio, like cycling, swimming or running. But there is a flip side to this story, because if you do your cardio before your workout, you will be tired already and cannot perform your best. So do your cardio as far away from your main workout as possible. Best scenario, you do it on another day or after your workout. If that's not possible, you can do your cardio in the morning and you can work out at night. Number 2. Your body can only consume 30 grams of protein per meal. Well, this is just straight up false. If you eat 100 grams of protein in one single meal and your body actually needs it because your muscles are damaged, you will use it. Some studies have shown that spreading your protein out over the day is better for muscle gain. But it's not something I would stress about. So if you have a meal that has like 60 grams of protein, there's no need to cut it in half or stress about it. Here are some myths relating to creatine. Number 1. Creatine causes balding. Well, that's just not true and it's not proven. But if you are sensitive to balding, it can worsen it. So for example, if your dad was bald at like 25, chances are you will be bald at 25 too. But if you take creatine, it may be even quicker. But if you're not sensitive to balding, there's no problem. 4. Creatine is bad for your kidney health. If you have an underlying kidney condition, it might be true that creatine can worsen it. But if you have healthy kidneys, there shouldn't be an issue. Just to be sure, check in with the doctor before you start taking creatine. Number 5. Creatine will stop working if you put it in hot water. This is partially true. When you dissolve creatine, it will slowly start turning into creatinine. This is useless for your body. But this process is really slow, and if you add creatine to boiling water, only about 20% will dissolve in 10 minutes. Which means that if you add it to tea, which isn't boiling anymore, and drink it in about 5 minutes, there will be no significant loss, and if you want to be sure, you can just add 1 gram extra. Fats will make you fat. Well, it is true that fats contain 9 calories per gram, and carbs and protein contain 4 calories per gram. But that doesn't mean that fats make you fat. If you just track everything you eat, there's no problem if you eat a little fat. Never cut out fats. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or whatever you are. Don't cut out fats because you need it for your hormones. I would always recommend eating at least 1 gram of fat per kilo of body weight. I do recommend getting it from healthy sources like olive oil, peanut butter or avocado. Because not all foods are equal. If you eat a lot of fast food, your body will become less insulin sensitive, which just means that less calories will be stored in the muscle and more will be stored in body fat. This doesn't mean that you have to eat like a rabbit, but it does mean that you need to cut out overly processed garbage foods as much as you can. You can spot reduce fat on your body. This is just a lie. You cannot control where you lose fat from. The only thing you can control is that you eat less calories than your body needs and you will lose some body fat. It's genetically predetermined in which order you will lose body fat. I always hold on to my belly fat while my arms are relatively lean. So you cannot help it. The only thing you can do is stay on a caloric deficit for a little bit longer and eventually you will lose that stubborn belly fat. And yeah guys, that about sums up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something. Leave a thumbs up and I will see you in the next one.